Authors Plus.
My name is Taylor Batts. I'm 28 years old and I'm currently a housewife. My husband is an engineer and I've spent my whole life writing, but I've only been doing it professionally for about 2 years. I did the cover work myself, so I'm an artist as well, and I wanted to do art for a long time and then found that writing was my calling instead. This book is my first book. The second book is published and there should be more to come on the way. I'm working right now on the fourth book. I got into writing because when I was in middle school I had a crush on a guy who did not have a crush on me back, and I was like, I'm going to write a story about a girl who gets with the guy that she has a crush on. This was in middle school, and it slowly evolved over the years of I wanted to tell the stories that I wanted to read. I wanted to tell stories that I thought, maybe this isn't everybody's story, but it's my story. And then I started to think, maybe other people might enjoy this, and so I published, and I'm really hoping that that other people can enjoy this story as well. Oh, I got inspired to write this particular book because I really felt weird about both the love triangle trope and the trope of you know who they're going to end up with at the end. You know sort of the end goal when you start a romance novel. So this is sort of in between. This is a story of a girl and you don't know who she's going to end up with, but it's not a love triangle, and so I got inspired to write because I wanted to tell a story that you didn't necessarily know where it was going to go, but you were invested in the characters enough that the main character didn't seem too flighty. My book is about a character who comes to terms with the fact that she is not fully Fae like she thought that she was. She turns out to be half human, and she has to come to terms with the fact that her life is going to be different. At the same time, she's told that the consequences of these is that she has a fate lined up for her. Unfortunately, the fate that's lined up for her is not the choices that she wants to make, and so Selfish Fate, the title for the book, comes from this idea of, do we have a choice in where our story goes? And so the main character, as she goes through her story and tries to figure out where it goes, I want the reader to have the same amount of suspense of not knowing whether or not the book is fated to end a certain way. Life's a lot like a book like that. I think anyone should read this who's into romance, into fantasy, into love triangles, into wanting to read something that goes a little bit against the grain, because this is offering a story, this is offering an opportunity to immerse yourself in a world with vivid characters. It's offering an opportunity to immerse yourself in a world where you can escape reality for a little while. And for those who like romance, it's a little sappy, and it gets kind of heated in areas, and I think that it's a good balance. The new adult genre is newish, and I'm hoping this book will fit well into that. I think that if readers read this, it will hopefully change the way that they have a perspective on their own lives when it comes to fate and the choices that we make and whether or not that reflects it. Because whether or not you believe in destiny, whether or not you believe that things are going to work out a certain way, it both validates and invalidates the choices that we make, and I think that there's something to be learned from that. Other people's opinions is always hard. I'm part of a writing group, and I've learned that a lot of people have different things that they want out of a book, and you really need to stay true to yourself in writing. But one of the greatest writing challenges that I've had is the pressure to write for an audience versus the integrity that you have as an author. I have a huge thing with character integrity and loving the idea of an author who remains constant in their characters and what their characters would do, even when it's not always what the reader would expect or want them to do. So that is a challenge. If I could give my readers any advice, it would be live your life, make choices that make you happy. Don't always cater to what other people expect of you, because you only get one life, you get one opportunity, and the moments that we have are not to be wasted just because they count few in number. Hi, my name is Taylor Batts, and my book Selfish Fate and its sequel Evading Rain are both available online at major retailers like BarnesandNoble.com and Amazon.com, and the ebook is also available for Kindle and other ebooks. I really hope that this is something that you can pick up and enjoy, and it's been a pleasure to write it, and I hope it would be a pleasure for you to read it.